Hi, I'm going to give an overview of our grade 3 cybersquare textbook and let's see how to give the training for the students. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to show you how to access the course. For that, here is our dashboard. So go to the courses, then go to manage publish courses, then search for the textbook. Grade um, cybersecurity textbook. Okay, so here is our textbook. Here we can see six modules are here. Okay, so let's go to each module. Okay, so first module is computer hardware and software. Okay, so let's go through the contents. Yeah. Okay. So here we are going to discuss about the hardware, software, and types of software. So first of all, what is meant by hardware? Okay. So the physical parts of a computer that you can touch and see are called the hardware. Okay. So here are some examples of hardware like input devices, output devices, processing devices, and storage devices. So we are going to explain all of them in detail. So input devices. What is meant by an input device? Okay. So we all know that computer is a device which is used to process the data. Okay, so it needs data to process. For that, we have to give the data. So that can be given using the input device. Okay, so here are some examples for the input device like scanner, webcam, joystick, and microphone. Scanner means it copies a picture or text printed on a paper onto the computer. That means it converts that hard copy to the soft copy. Then web camera, actually it is used to share the pictures and videos. Okay, and while chatting with your friends. Then joystick, it is used for playing games, and the microphone is used to record our voice and sounds on the computer. Okay, so that's all about the input devices. Now we are going to discuss about the output devices. Okay, after processing the data, we have to get the output, right? So that can be done using output devices. Okay, so here are the examples like monitor, it's like a TV screen. Then printer means we'll be converting soft copy to the hard copy. Then speakers are used to hear music and sounds stored on a computer. Now next is the processing device. Processing device means input we are giving through the input, and those input that has to be processed, that can be done using the processing device. Okay, so these devices can be collectively called as central processing system. Okay, there are many things like motherboard, chip, RAM, etc. that is there in the CPU. Okay, so next is the storage device. Okay, storage device means we have to store the data in the computer, right? After processing, we have to store the data. Okay, so that can be done using storage device. There are the storage devices, internal storage devices are there as well as external is also there. Okay, so internal means hard disk. Okay, that can be an internal storage device. That can be internal as well as external hard disk is also available. Okay, then next comes the external storage device like CD and pen drive, that and all. Okay, so CD, hard disk, pen drive. These all are the examples for the storage device. Next comes the software. Okay, actually it's a part of computer which helps in data processing. Actually, we cannot see or touch it. Okay, without the software, we won't be able to make use of the hardware also. Okay, so there are two types of software, that is the system software and the application software. System software is a set of programs that controls the overall working of the computer. Example, an operating system like Windows, Linux, and Mac and all. Okay, so next is the application software. Application software means it is designed for a specific task. That is what is called application software. Examples are like touchscreen, that is a drawing software. Next is calculator, so it is used to do arithmetic calculations and all. Okay, so that's all about the module 1. Now we are moving to the module 2, that is advanced typing. Okay, so let's go through the contents. Okay, here one story is there. That is just a conversation. Then after that, we are explaining how to type. Okay, so here you can see for each finger some letters are assigned. Letters and numbers are also there. So we have to use like this. Okay, space bar, for the space bar we have to use the right hand thumb. Okay, so for these numbers and letters we have to use this index finger, ring finger, middle finger and this baby finger for all these left hand and the right hand. Some letters are assigned. We have to make use of this. Okay, so we have to follow this format for typing. Okay, so here one story is there. Then after that, keyboard. We are explaining about the keyboard. How about the categories of keys? Okay, like alphabet keys are there, number keys, symbol keys, and special keys. Alphabet keys mean there are 26 alphabets in English. Okay, so that many alphabet keys are there. We can type uppercase and lowercase letters using that keys. Okay, for one key, we can type two letters. Okay, like using the shift or caps lock. Next, number keys. Number keys means it vary from 0 to 9. Okay, so next one, symbol keys are there like brackets, curly brackets, square brackets, some symbol plus, minus symbols are there. Next is special keys. Okay, special keys means space, escape keys, insert, delete, and all. They are called the special keys. So these all are the classification of keys. Then after that, here there is a tutorial, that is typing tutorial is there. So once you click on this picture, it will be redirected to the tutorial and we can just practice the typing using this. Okay, so their finger position, how to place your fingers at the top of the keyboard, all these are explained there. Okay, so that's all about module 2. Next, we are moving on to this module 3. In this module 3, it's introduction to G Suite. Here we are explaining about the Google application. Okay, so here mainly we are explaining about sheets, docs, and slides. Okay, so actually it is a brand of cloud computing, G Suite. Okay, so it is designed for collaboration. Okay, so actually how to take that Google application means once you log in the Gmail, there will be 9 dots at the top right corner of the window. So we have to click on that 9 dots. We'll be able to see different Google applications there like calendar, Google Sheets, docs, slides, so many applications are there like that. Okay, so here we are going to discuss about sheets, docs, and slides only. Okay, so actually we are comparing with the desktop applications. Each application we are comparing with the desktop application. In order to avoid the limitations of the desktop application, we are using this Google applications. Okay, so here are some features we are discussing. Suppose here an example is there. Suppose we 5 group of friends are working together. If they would like to edit something or combining collaboration, all these are not possible. Okay, once we are using the desktop application like Excel and all. Okay, so here collaboration is not possible in the case of Excel, but it is possible in the case of Google Sheets. Okay, because we can share the data, the same file with all the other friends who is working on that particular project, and they can work together at the same time. Okay, so and version control, and the same example if we are taking, if one friend is editing and the other friend, it has to be sent to the other friend, and then it has to continue, the process has to be continued. Okay, so it is a tedious task. In order to avoid that one, and we won't be able to identify like who edited at what time and all. Okay, so that and all will be available in the version control. Next is the consolidation. We can consolidate all these files together. That is very easy in the case of Google applications like Sheets and all. Here we are discussing about Sheets only, so same features will be applied to other Google applications also like docs and slides. Okay, now how to take the Google Sheets. Two options are there. Either you can click on the, after logging in the Gmail, you can click on the 9 dots, then take this Google Sheets option. Otherwise, you can type like sheets.google.com in the address bar, so it will be redirected to that particular page. Okay, then after that, we are going to discuss about Google Docs. Okay, so here we are comparing with the Microsoft Word only. Okay, so Microsoft Word, the same, we are discussing about the same features like collaboration, version control, and consolidation. Same will be applied for Docs also. And sharing, we are discussing, suppose if you would like to share a large file, it is not possible to send through the email. There is a limit. Okay, so to avoid that one, we can share it through Drive. Okay, next, virus attack. So if the virus attack, we can lose the data, right? So it is not there in the case of Google applications. Okay, so next, data loss. It can be lost. Suppose computer crashes, that can also be also happen, right? The same way like virus attack. Okay, so it has the little chance of data loss. Okay, so that's all about this Google Docs. Now, the same way we can go to this after logging in the Gmail, you can go to the nine dots, then take this Docs Google application. Okay, so otherwise you can just type like docs.google.com. Okay, in the address bar, it will be redirected to the page. Then we are discussing about the Google Slides. Okay, Google Slides, or it is also like present. Here we are comparing with the PowerPoint presentations. Okay, in the case of Google Slides, also the same feature we are discussing: collaboration, version control, consolidation, sharing, virus attack, and data loss. Okay, so in order to avoid these limitations, we can select this option, Google Slides option. Okay, next us, yeah, that's all about that. Okay, so next we are moving on to this fourth module, basic formatting in this Google application, like docs, sheets, and slides. Okay, so let's see which all things are explained here in this module. Okay, so first of all, we are discussing about the basic formattings in Google Docs. Okay, so in Google Docs, see, what is the advantage of doing formatting? It can make your document more legible. We can create good impression, otherwise differentiating the headings and all. If it is a formatted text, it will look good only, So that is why we select this option, formatting. Then, yeah, so the user interface will be like this. Menus are there, a version history will be available, toolbar, ruler, all these things are available in this Google Docs. Okay, so the toolbar will be like this. And next is pane format. What is going to be pane format? That is used to apply the same formatting for another text. Okay, so you can use the pane format tool. How to apply that one and all, we can do it. Okay, next one is Google Sheets. Google Sheets, we are discussing how to enter the data, how to make a table and how to enter some data to the table. Then how to insert rows, columns, and all these are explained here in this Google Sheet. The basic concept of this Google application, that much only. Okay, basic formatting, nothing else. Okay, so now in this Google Slides, we are explaining how to change the theme of slides. After entering the data, you can just select a slide. Then after entering the data, you can select the theme that is shown in the right side. Okay, so that theme will be applied to the file, that particular slide. Okay, particular presentation. Okay, so that's all about this module 4. Now we are moving to the module 6, that is algorithm using visual coding, module 5. Okay, so let's go through the contents. Okay, so what is meant by a visual programming language? It's a programming language that lets users to create programs and by manipulating program elements. Okay, so actually we are just dragging and dropping the course here. Okay, so we are not doing any scripting or something here. So it's a basic concept can be learned using this visual programming language. Okay, so here is the interface of VPL. Sprite will be there. Here we used to create some stories, conversations, games, and all. Okay, Sprite is here. The character that is called the Sprite. Then the background is called the stage. Then script area is here. The blocks are available here. We are just dragging and dropping these blocks to the scripting area. Okay, so that is what is happening here. So first of all, here is an example to make a conversation. Okay, so how to add the sprite? There are different options to add the sprite, like choose a sprite option is there, paint option is there, surprise is there, upload sprite option is also there. Okay, so the same way background can also be added in the same way. Okay, so here is a conversation like hello, good morning. Say block has when once I told you that once you click the flag, then only the project will be executed. So that is the first step is when flag click, then after that you can add a save block. That is for making the conversation. Okay, yeah, so this is two sprites. They are using just a conversation between these two sprites. That's all about this. Next one is drawing a square using visual coding. Okay, so we can make different mathematical shapes using this visual coding. Okay, so for that, in order to draw something, we need a pen or pencil and a paper, right? Okay, canvas should be there. The same concept is applied here. Here we are adding a pen extension in order to draw something. In this pen extension, different pen blocks will be visible here. We are making use of these blocks. Okay, so how first of all we are explaining how to draw two lines with a gap. Okay, So just using this eraser block that is used to erase everything that has been drawn before, and after that we are setting the color of the pen, then moving the steps. After using the pen down, if you are using the move steps, what will happen? It will draw a line. Then after that we are using the pen up block. That means after that, if you are using a move block, after pen up, if you are using a move block, there will not be any line. Okay, simply move. Then again, if you would like to make the line, then again you have to use the pen down block, then use the move block. Like that, it has to be continued. Okay, so in order to make two lines, okay, that is how it works. Then after that, we are explaining how to make a square. Okay, so making a square means we need four lines, right, with the same length to make the square. So that concept is applied here. So we can do many mathematical shapes using this visual coding. Mainly we are using the smooth block and the turn block only. So we know different angle concept and all will be there. No? For a particular mathematical shape, this should be the angle. Okay, so that concept will be applied. By applying that concept, we can make different mathematical shapes using this visual coding. Okay, so algorithm is there, one problem statement and all that was being explained. Here one example is here, like one sprite is here and here this are two sprites. Okay, once it touches this open door, it has to say like the door is open. Otherwise, it has to say if it is touching this closed door, that we are making the sprite move. And when it reaches here, it will say like the door is closed. How can it be possible? Here we are applying the if then block for that. Okay, conditions. Okay, if the condition satisfied, it will the blocks that is inside the condition that will be executed. The same concept will be applied here as well. The next concept of flow chart, how to make the flow chart. So that is a pictorial representation of algorithm. Okay, so for making a flow chart, we have to add different symbols and all. Okay, so in each symbol, the different functions are there. Like oval, oval is used to start and stop. Okay, then arrows are used to connect. And if we're giving the input and output, we have to use the parallelogram. Then for the process, we have to use the rectangle. Then the decision making, we have to use diamond. So we have to follow all these. We have to follow this. Make for making the flowchart, we have to follow these rules and regulations. Okay, that means the different shapes. Okay, next is flowchart to add two numbers. One example is here, like the start of, first of all, we have to start it, then give the input using this parallelogram, then process, that is adding, that is there in the rectangle, then printing it using the parallelogram, then the stop using the oval. Okay, like that only. Okay, that's all about the adding two numbers, then comparing two numbers. Okay, if the x is equal to y, then both the numbers are equal. If we say x is greater than y, so we will say like x is greater than y. If no, y is greater than x. The same concept only. Okay, next, yeah, that is all about module 5. Next comes the module 6, that is artificial intelligence. Okay, so let's go through the contents. Okay, so here we are explaining what is meant by computer vision and list out the applications of computer vision. Okay, so here we are explaining the concept of self-driving cars. Okay, how the self-driving cars works. Okay, so first of all, if we are as a human, if you are driving a car, okay, so if some obstacles are there in front of us, what will do? We have to take an instant decision, right? It has to turn left or right, whatever it is. Okay, so and the traffic signals are there, means we have to act accordingly. Okay, the same way self-driving cars should also work. That can be done using the artificial intelligence concept. Okay, so here we should have we should have eyes to see the obstacles, right? The same way, here the camera is there for the self-driving cars. Okay, so actually the branch of computer science which develops how the computer can see the real world, that is what is called computer vision. Okay, so next, applications of computer vision. Here you can see two chairs. How can you say that it is a chair? Okay, we might not have seen the same chair before, still we are saying that it is a chair because we know the physical features of a chair. Okay, okay, so that is why we are saying that it is a chair, because that already some pictures of chair that is already saved in our memory, and we are comparing it with the one that we are seeing here. Okay, that is why we are seeing it as a chair. The computer the case of computer also, it works like that only. Okay, so the computer will compare the stored images with the image that is seeing right now, then only it is giving the answer according to that. That is what is happening here. Okay, so applications of computer vision in retail stores in order to identify some objects like milk, carrot, and all. Okay, then fraud and theft that can be avoided. Okay, next is automobile industry, the same example as that of self-driving cars. And next, Google Lens. Okay, when you see an object for the first time and you want to know what it is, okay, you can use the Google Lens, take a photo of it and identify what it is. Okay, so it is an AI powered technology. Next is Google Lens has the following capabilities like smart text selection, so smart text search. Okay. And next is shopping, search around you, and other applications of computer vision. We are discussing OCR, QR code reader, then facial recognition, industrial robots, people counting, all these things. Okay, that's all about this module 6. Okay, so these all are the contents of our textbook. Now, what am I going to do is I'm going to select a topic randomly from here, and let's see how to give the training for the students. Okay, for that I am going to select this module 5, that is an example like how to draw a square using visual coding. Let's see how to draw that one. Okay, so first of all, here is our LMS. Okay, in this visual coding 2.0 that is available here, students can make use of this. Okay, so here you can see the different blocks. Sprite can be added using this. All these are explained already. Okay, now I'm going to remove this kitty from here and I'm going to add another sprite. Okay, so you can use the same kitty also, no issues, but I'm just selecting an arrow. Okay, so I'm just fixing the arrow here. Okay, so we have that XY position. The graphical representation is also there. Okay, so the stage you can see the XY values are changing. Okay, I'm just going to fix this arrow here. Okay, so first of all, I told you that when you click the flag, the project will be executed. So first of all, I'm going to this events, take the when flag clicked, and fixing the position of this sprite there. For that, we can use the go to XY block, and it has to point towards right for the first time once you click the flag. For that, I'm going to use one more block here, point in direction 90. That means you can use other direction also. That means once you click the flag, what will happen? It will look like this. So I need the sprite like this. That is why I'm just using this one. Okay, now one thing I have to add is I told you about the pen extension, pen blocks. Okay, for the adding the pen extension, here from here you can add the pen extension. Click add extension, then select the pen option. So the pen blocks will be visible here. Can see the pen blocks here. Okay, the first block that I'm going to add is erase. So that means something has been drawn before, that has to be erased. Then after that, I'm going to set the color of the drawing. So just going to select red. Okay, so any color can be selected. Then after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, the pen should be, and if I'm using a move block, it should make a line. That means we have to use the pen down block for that. That is, it is ready for drawing. Okay. Then after that, if I'm using a move block, it will make a line. We know how many sides are there for a what to say rectangle square. Four sides are there. Okay, so the four sides are of equal length. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to make the first line. Let's see how to make it. Okay, so it made one line. Okay, so the next line should be downwards. For that, this sprite has to turn. Okay, how much it has to turn? It has to turn 90 degrees. If the students know the mathematical concept of angles and all, okay, we can just say this angle is 90 degrees. They know that one. Okay, so then you can add the turn 90 degrees. Okay, so that's it. So it come like this. Then after that, what we have to do? Again, you need a line. For that, we have to use the move block again. Again, move 100 steps. What will happen? Like this. Again, what we need? Again, the sprite has to turn. Okay. Next. So once they understand the concept, they will do by themselves. Okay, 100 steps. Okay. Again, turn block 90 degrees. Okay. Again, we need a line. Okay, no, sorry, you have to make it 100 because it's of equal distance. Huh? Okay. But it is not there in the starting position. Okay, so we have to add one more turn work in order to make it. It's not compulsory, like 90 degrees. Okay, so we made a square right now. Here we can just reduce the number of steps here by using the repeat block. The thing is that the move, turn that has been repeated 4 times, right? So in order to avoid so many steps, you can remove all these steps. Instead of that, you can use the repeat block under control. Repeat. Okay. Use this one. How many times these blocks have to be repeated? 4 times because 4 sides are there. Okay, so 4 times. So again you will make the square. So this is how we have to teach the students. Okay, so we have to give the training for the students. Okay, after this process, what we have to do is, if it is a one-on-one session, tell the students, ask the students to share the screen and do the same. Okay, so if they are facing some difficulty, we have to help them. We have to monitor the progress of work. Okay, so but if it is a group session, what we have to do is ask the call the student, any one of the student randomly from the group, and ask the student to share the screen and work on the same. Okay, again we have to monitor the progress. Okay, then after that, after getting the output of from that particular student, what we have to do is again some group of students are there. Now again 2 3 students select randomly from the group, then tell them to share the screen and show the output. Okay, so again, if it was not completed, we have to help them to complete it. Okay, so that is how the training has to go on. Okay, for a group session. Okay, then I would like to say one more thing. For each module, we have assessments like filling the blanks, true or false, match the following, multiple choice questions, answer in one word. All these are there in all the modules. Students have to do all these things. Okay, so that's all about our grade 3 textbook. Thank you.